will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And take it right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Detroit!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Leopard! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. Gal, the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Throwing again. Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Roman, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Ohio! Ohio! Hey, four down, four down. Shift, shift. Yeah, good catch. Go, go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slings one that's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll go on the ground. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Set. B-19.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Back to the Philly. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And this is now a 1-point game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So out now come the Lions. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. 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 Detroit. Detroit.
Allen now on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Taco Charlton in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time, and it's 3rd and short. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw, it's Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to sling this into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, it's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey ball.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Detroit.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming toward him.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Now they try the right side here. Spinning away. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ohio, let's go. Grand 38, Grand 38.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll run it here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Knock it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that one, it got his man complete. The 30, 20. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there for Detroit. And even 70 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Allen throwing again. Now he'll escape to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one for him.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
It. Super toe.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Hey. 4 down. Flex round.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Flex round. Ohio.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, and that's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
4 down. Here we go. White 90. Flex round.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown. touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. $15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you play man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him Allen hit. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Second and goal from inside the 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Here we go!
They come out here in the eye.
Grand 38!
They get it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's another second and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Check 3. Motion. Ohio! Hut!
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bo Scarborough taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Allen now looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, That doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The 20. Connects it to Roberts right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard work. Watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.